In life, you'll be taught to hold on, to remain loyal, to forgive endlessly, to endure for the sake of blood or history. But the Stoics knew something deeper. Sometimes, letting go is the most powerful form of love. Love for yourself. This is not about being cold. It's about being clear. It's not heartless. It's healing. Today, we uncover 11 Stoic reasons to walk away from any relationship, even family or friends. 1. When the relationship disturbs your inner peace. Peace is the highest form of wealth, and according to Marcus Aurelius, nowhere you can go is more peaceful, more free of interruptions, than your own soul. If being around someone constantly pulls you into drama, fear, or unease, that relationship is no longer sacred. Family or friend, it doesn't matter. Peace is not a luxury. It's your responsibility to protect it. Anyone who repeatedly disturbs your mental and emotional clarity has no right to stay in your life unchallenged. You can still love them from afar. But from afar it must be. 2. When loyalty becomes a weapon. Stoics value loyalty, but not blind loyalty. If you are expected to remain loyal while being mistreated, manipulated, or overlooked, you are not in a relationship. You are in a cage. As Epictetus taught, we must distinguish between what is within our control and what is not. Another person's behavior? Not within your control. But your response to it? Entirely yours. If someone weaponizes loyalty to keep you small, controlled, or afraid to leave, that is your sign. You are loyal to your peace before people. 3. When you are always the one sacrificing. A healthy relationship is not about equal giving every time, but over time, it balances. If you are always the one apologizing, always compromising, always adjusting, that's not love. That's imbalance. Seneca warned, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. But in this case, you are suffering in both. Stop burning yourself to keep others warm. The fire within you was meant to guide you, not be consumed for those who never bring wood to the flame. 4. When guilt is the only thing keeping you there. If you loved me, you would. You've changed. We're family. That means forever. Sound familiar? That's not connection. That's manipulation. Guilt is the subtle poison that kills authenticity. Stoicism is about honesty, with yourself and others. When guilt becomes the glue of a relationship, it's already broken. You don't owe anyone your energy just because of a shared past. Let guilt fall away. Let your truth guide the decision. 5. When growth is seen as a threat. You started reading more, thinking differently, changing your habits. Suddenly, you hear, you're not who you used to be. You think you're better now? Yes. You're better than the version of yourself that tolerated what you shouldn't have. That stayed silent. That stayed small. People who fear your growth will try to shrink you, even if they're family, even if they're friends. But the Stoic does not shrink. They rise. 6. When conversations always lead to conflict. Do you walk away from talks feeling drained? Do you dread sharing your truth because it will turn into a debate or an attack? This is not connection. It's war disguised as communication. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it?" If every conversation leads to tension, resentment, or emotional exhaustion, that's not something to fix. It's something to release. You don't owe explanations to those committed to misunderstanding you. 7. When forgiveness is expected without accountability. I said sorry, so why are you still upset? Get over it already. I didn't mean to hurt you. Apologies without change are manipulation. The Stoics were compassionate, but not foolish. You are allowed to forgive and still walk away. You are allowed to let go, and still wish them peace. But you are not obligated to rebuild what someone repeatedly breaks, even if they share your last name. 8. When you're only valued when you're useful. Pay attention to this. Do they only call when they need something? Do they disappear the moment you're struggling? That's not love. That's transaction. The Stoics teach detachment from worldly roles. You are not just a provider, a listener, or a fixer. You are not a tool. You are a soul. If love only arrives when you are useful, then it's not love worth keeping. Step back. Let the silence speak volumes. 9. When you feel emotionally unsafe. Emotional safety is a necessity, not a luxury. If someone mocks your vulnerability, dismisses your pain, uses your words against you, that is emotional abuse. Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about mastering them. And mastery includes knowing when your heart is not safe in someone's presence. You do not need to justify protecting yourself. Your soul is sacred. Let no one treat it as disposable. 10. When presence feels like performance. Do you feel like you're acting when you're with them? Do you hide your beliefs, your dreams, your truth? Then that's not a relationship. That's a performance. The Stoics lived in accordance with nature, meaning your authentic self. If you can't be real in someone's presence, you're betraying yourself every time you show up.